Okay, Humble Farm Refuge. Again, we're gonna give it another shot. We are gonna take a chance at introducing you to this little cutie. Let's see if I can get it. Where you can say, what is that? If I can get it in the picture. There we go. What is that? You know, to get you involved, I say leave it in the comments if you can figure out where that little item, historical item, used to be, what it's used for. But it was used in the agricultural industry, and it has, boy, it was a major part in some biscuits and cornbread and butter. Okay, watch out. But anyway, art here, and today I'm going to address blacks in the agriculture. I don't think this is okay. Black Americans in agriculture today. I think the very first thing, let me see what happens if I flip this. The very first thing to do is to realize the statistical data. Realize that the number of blacks that we say that the United States recognize in agriculture, which is less than 2%. Less than 2% of the farmers in America identify as black Americans. Less than 2%. That says that we are not well represented, and we could either be in the top 2% or the bottom 2%. What percentage do you choose to be in? Well, I choose the top, and that's why I'm here, standing by my heater, sharing knowledge on blacks in agriculture. Now, I think the best place for me to start is to start where I started. It's been about 20 years now ago. You could call it, I hit rock bottom in my life. I couldn't get no help. And I ain't gonna go all into it all I tried, but I'm just telling you, I couldn't get no help. I didn't get no help. So I locked my hair and I started planting. And over the time, I learned about agriculture, and I went off, I joined other people, and people all up in Atlanta and Savannah and Albany, and I went to historically black colleges and all these places looking for help, trying to get directions, guidance, how to do in agriculture, and everywhere I went, they didn't make me feel like, hey, here's some cornbread and buttermilk, and you are welcome to sit out here and have a seat. Okay, I never felt, when you're talking blacks in agriculture, I never felt welcome to this industry by blacks. Instead, I was diverted from this industry by blacks, striving to assimilate. And I thought, well, I just came out of that industry, the corporate world, and after mismanaging whatever I had there, I've hit rock bottom, and now I'm doing the best I can to come up again. And now they're trying to send me back out here to the corporate world, telling me, it's better for, you can't grow eggs, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's hard. Oh, I don't have time. And I'm going to talk about, I'm going to have to say black women. And as a male, and you meet our women, and I don't want to make this personal, because my mom is a woman, but black women, to me, they were hardest on me. They was hardest for me to deal with. I wanted to say, we can plant, we can start a commune, we can do it. They saw it as negative. They saw it as a cult. They saw it as, oh, I don't know, but they just saw it as anything but good. But good to have a farm. This is when I started now with nothing. I meet black women and I say, I'm a farmer. Do what? What you grow? Okay, and I tried to come up with something good to let them know that I was growing, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It looked like they hated. They hated that you grew something. That you grew tomatoes and onions. And I was saying, why did you ask me? We're talking blacks in agriculture now, blacks in farming, blacks in the economy of America. Even though we are a part of the economy, we don't realize we are a part of the economy and an integral part of agriculture. There's no way. You have to eat. And where you go spend your money, that's an agriculture part. And you're going to go anywhere but to art, Humble Farm Refuge. Boy, you will tear out to get over there to the food stamps, get in the line, and think you can look at the vegetables and tell how good they are, and they got the greenest, and the boy, we are full. Oh boy, I qualify now to be a subject matter expert because I've been there and done that, and looking at our women and how they set up our families and our children, how we are dumbed down. We are dumbed down because we encourage each other not to be in agriculture, even though we're in agriculture. We are an integral part of agriculture, but we won't recognize it. We'll tell you all about too hard. Too much. I can't get my fingernails dirty. Oh, my shoes, my car tires, my this, that, and the other, and we don't own nothing. We pay 5 times more, 50 times more for a house on less than an acre than the same money you could spend on buying 10 acres. We would rather have a house on less than an acre, pay 10 times more than to have a house on 10 acres with a lot less. So when you talk to Art about the mentality of our people, I'm going to beat up our men too, because our men, well, when I look for help, I'm going to have to say my help coming from the Lord. Because when you ride around areas where you see blacks hanging out and you go, hey, man, you mind helping me a little bit? I got $20. Nah, man, I work for this hour. Oh. But yet you run around with a beer can in a paper sack, running from the car wash over across to the gas station. Huh? I don't get it. And you have an opportunity to help a black man who can help you, trying the best he can to help you. I mean, if you think about that mentality of blacks in America, if you just think about that mentality of blacks in America, and you can say, Art don't know. He got not a clue. But I can tell you what, walk down our streets. Go into our communities. Try it. You might survive. You might not get jacked. Because that's what we're doing. We're jacking each other on every corner, yet blaming somebody else. So if you ask me about blacks black Americans in agriculture, it's going to be a rude awakening. It is a rude awakening. We are in there, but we don't know we're in there. And that's a sad kind of situation to be in. And then your women turn against you, turn your children against you. And all these blacks in this, we would rather be impoverished than, and what's scarcity, than to work together for abundance. But anyway, hey, I ain't the only one here. There's a lot of other black farmers, well, there ain't a lot of other black farmers, but a lot of other black businesses, call it the legal business, the Try some of them black lawyers. And you know how they are. Try some of the black, if we got into black bankers, my line of credit, my credit score, well, let's just say it wasn't quite enough to get me approved. So I had to figure out some other things to be able to get to where I am now. And where I am now is in anybody who's out there struggling to get somewhere. I am their success. So I realize I'm that, just like Warren Buffett realized he's who he is, and Bill Gates realizes who he is, Art Thomas realizes who he is. And I won't be so arrogant as to not thank the folks who helped me get here. In particular, it was a black woman who helped me when I couldn't help myself, who believed in me and shared with me in order for me to get here, to stand here, and to be able to talk to you all today. So in that way, I'm not killing everybody, but I'm telling it like it is. You have to be careful who you invite to your table. Thank you, blacks in agriculture, blacks in farming. We got a long ways to go.